Hello, Uja. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
This is the link I have shared in the chat box. You can share it with your friends. This is the live link of today's session. Okay, sir. I shared in the chat box.
Yep. So can we start now, or are we waiting for the people to join in?
Just a moment, sir. Just a moment. Yeah. So, good afternoon to one and all. I am Dr. Shubha Dwivedi, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, School of Life Science and Technology, welcomes you all in today's session, which is on the occasion of National Entrepreneur Day. And the theme of the session is Angel Investment, VC Funding Opportunities for Early Stage Entrepreneurs, which aims to bring general awareness among mass about the basic concept, recent advances, and potential of early stage entrepreneurs. The IIMT University has established under Uttar Pradesh Act number 32, 2016. It is the best private university of North India and among top 10 universities in UP. The university has a large legacy in the field of education and exemplary recognition in corporate, academia, and public at large. We are committed to provide a world-class education. In addition, the university inculcates an environment of innovation, research, and development coupled with values so that students become tools for socio-economic changes. I welcome and pay my regards to Honorable Chancellor, Sir of IIMT University, Sri Yogesh Mohan Gupta ji. He is man of vision, and under his esteemed leadership, the university is setting milestones. His vision consists to promote Indian culture and research-based education to the new generation. Ever-changing technology and proliferation of new ideas pose new challenges to the university around the world and to develop and deliver innovative curriculum to stay relevant. I welcome Professor Deepa Sharma, Vice Chancellor of IIMT University. Her vision clearly states that at IIMT University, we believe in the saying knowledge is power, and main objective has been developing the young learners on the solid foundations of ethical and moral values while polishing their leadership qualities, research culture, and innovative skills. I welcome all the Director, Dean of IIMT University in today's event. I am thankful to Mr. Vaibhav Sharma for his all support during the session. Today's eminent speaker is Mr. Amit Chaudhary. I am reading his brief profile. Amit is a finance professional who works at Upaya Social Ventures as a manager, finance and investment. At Upaya, he manages the compliances, deal structuring, and part of the investment process. By qualification, Amit is a chartered accountant and associated with Upaya for last 7 years. He has a total experience of 10 plus years in the area of investment and deal structuring, startup advisory, corporate finance, compliances, and related areas. I'm also very eager to read the profile of our today collaborator, that is Arthayan. Arthayan is a startup ecosystem enabled that provides funding facilitations to startups through a smart tech platform, Funding Quest, and we connect startups with relevant investors based on the investor's investment thesis. We believe that founders raises their own funds, which is why we use a 0% fee model. We also work to provide resources to startup founders through the platform's knowledge and opportunities hubs and entrepreneurship acceleration, etc. Furthermore, they have various corporate partners to provide credits and offers to startup associated with Arthayan, and that can be availed for a variety of business functions and technological aspects. I'm also very thankful for the connection made during this organization of organizing this event to Ms. Pooja Javeri. Thank you so much, madam. And not taking much of time, I'm just now going to invite Mr. Amit Chaudhary for a talk.
Thank you for the for the introduction and all. I will just kick off the session. Let me share my screen first.
Yes, sir. I'm giving you the right for sharing the screen. Just give me a moment, sir. So you can share your screen now.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, is it? Yes. It is visible, sir.
Yeah. So, fundraising and a startup. So, sometimes it is synonym to each other. Like when you talk about one thing, second thing come in mind of the people is that there are so many news. Uh, there are unicorns and all things happen, and every time in the startup sector, all the startups or young entrepreneur they look for and this kind of news are coming in that X company has raised Y amount and they became unicorn or they have started this. So all this unique ideas are coming in, and people are raising money for the businesses. However, there are startups who have not raised money, but they have grown significantly and marked a super success in the industry. So we'll talk about the fundraising here, how the fundraising work for the early stage entrepreneur or early stage, what an investor look for in an early stage, and how the overall sector look like, or how is the investment landscape in India. And yeah, so we will talk about that, and we will cover this many topics or this many points in this presentation uh, of this. And why fundraise? The first thing is that why fundraise? So fundraise, it gives the companies to accelerate their business and to grow, and there are many reasons for the fundraise. And so initially how the business is started, people do thought about an idea, they start, they put their own money, and there is always a risk. And that's how the fundraising thing comes, where the investor they see positivity, or they see potential in a particular business, they invest in. So that's how it started, and then it keeps adding on, and the business grows. There are other part as well where the business doesn't grow, but for every individual or every entrepreneur there is a capability, or there is a certain limitation where he can put money, uh, uh, or his expertise in a particular business. So fundraising does not bring only money. Fundraising also brings the advisory or the experience of the investors. So investors uh, they bring money. That is the first thing what people look. On the top of that, they will bring the advisory support or their expertise with the experience, that how a business can grow. One person cannot have all the capabilities, but when you bring a good investor, they will connect you to the right people, because after their investment it becomes their interest as well, because if the business will grow, their investment will grow. If this business will not grow, then their business will not grow. So, and fundraising is not a default for all the businesses. Without fundraise it can be grown up, but in most of the businesses fundraise is required. Either you can raise it through your own source, or you can raise it from your friends and family. You can raise it from the bank, financial institution, VCs. There are many sources you can raise it. And it is not that fundraising is not that one time exercise. It may be one time exercise, or it may continuously go pre-seed, seed, then pre-series A, series A. There are many stages people go for fundraise, and then simultaneously they grow their business as well. And then what the points to consider before going decide to fundraise? So uh, first thing is that the promoter should identify what kind of funding is required. So there are many kind of funding. It may be grant funding, it may be debt, or it may be equity, or it may be hybrid or convertible. So there are many kind of funding in that, funding available in the market. First, entrepreneur is identified that okay, I right now I need this kind of funding. then what would be the utilization and how this funding will help me, because that would be the question. So if you go to an investor, he will ask that how much funding is required, what would be the utilization of that, what will happen after once this funding is exhausted, what would be the next plan for to raise the money, or how it will work, or how it will help the business. So those points would be very important. And before going to fundraise, all this should be prepared. And what kind of problem it will solve for the business. So those are the all questions one should keep in mind before going for a fundraise. And once you are clear about it, you can look for that kind of investors, because in coming slides we'll see that what kind of investors are there in the market, and based on that you can target them and then go for the fundraise. Then VC investability is the another point. So there are private equity. Uh, they so yeah. So there are types of investor I will talk about first. So one is the bank. Everyone knows bank always do the debt. Then there is friends and family. That's how people start their business, and they get money from them. And then it comes to VC, which is venture capitalist. So this is this people who mainly invest in early stage businesses. Then there are angel investor. There are group of angel investors. Then private equity. So private equity, they usually do investment in the not at a very early stage, but they do at a later stage. And then IPOs and public money. So those are the very common, but most important source of raising external money is VC and angels. So those are the areas, or those are the investor who mostly invest in an early stage startup. And then it goes with VC, and then it goes and goes to private equity and IPO and all this. Then when this investment happen, so this kind of investment happen when you have a private limited company. So 99% investment happens in the private limited company, where which are not a listed company or not a public company, and privately held companies, and then shares can be issued to the people. And main purpose of this VC investability is primarily financing of company until it gets public or get acquired. So get public means going to IPO, where you list your shares and you can easily sell your share to anyone, or someone else has acquired your business. So till that point, it works. Then VC is a subset of PE, what I told. So PE is a broader umbrella, and VC is a subset of that, which invest a smaller amount. PE usually invest a larger amount. Then what fundamental point a VC look for in a business? How much their money would be multiplied, or how much return they will get, because they are taking the larger risk compared to a larger investor. So they always look for a good return. It may be or in terms of IRR, I would say it could be minimum 25 to 50% IRR, or maybe more than that. And that's how it works. And before investing in, they also look for that how they will get the exit, what would be the future of the business. So those things we have to keep in mind only before going to a VC. And these days, more alignment on the investment side is happening on the tech side, because with the help of tech, you can the business can be grown significantly. Brick and mortar model are also investable, but with the help of tech, it become more investable, and the growth is very fast with the help of tech. So that's why VC prefer to have a tech-enabled companies. So those are there, and yeah. So there are round trajectory. So I was talking about pre-seed, seed, Series A, Series B, and all this. So how does it work? So pre-seed or seed is a stage where you the idea stage is over, where you have done your all the research, everything is done, but you have not commercially launched, or even if you have launched, very early stage revenues are coming in, or you have done the pilot thing. So at that time, it comes as a pre-seed and or seed investment, and the amount is usually less than zero point 0.5 million, or I would say 500,000 USD. Then the idea of this fundraise is to go to market. When it come and the next step comes to seed, where you have everything validation, initial traction is there. Now you have to grow. So at that time, seed investment comes, which is roughly between zero point 0.5 million to 3 million USD, and this will this kind of funding is usually utilized for the growth purpose, or to uh, or to prove uh, the concept to a new geography or kind of thing. And then it comes to series A. When and series A is usually more than 10 million funding round, where you scale and you aim to scale massively, where your basic unit economics and basic business thesis and your model is validated and everything is done, and uh, you get something, some good traction, and validation is done for a few locations. So then you go for series A, and after series A you go for series B, and then that is usually 40 million plus funding size, and then you scale next level from series A. So that is another one, and then series C and beyond, it is just to grow the companies. So there are many companies who have raised series F and all this. So uh, this is how the round trajectory happened, but it to start like this, and then it goes up to uh, uh, series C and beyond. Then pre-seed. What is the utilization of pre-seed? So what I told, like accelerate or incubate, and usually pre-seed money, where it comes from. So who are the pre-seed investors? So pre-seed investors are accelerator companies, accelerators, or the incubators who accelerate you, or who incubates you, friends and family, or the angel investor who trust on your business model. They invest. This amount is usually very small, but that helps a lot to start your business or to kick off the commercial operation of the business. And there are certain VCs who also do the pre-seed investment, and they do the post-seed as well. So there are many investors who do in multiple rounds. There are investors who invest only in particular round. So there are seed investors who only invest in seed. There are investors who invest in seed as well as pre-seed, Series A, B, C. So those kind of investors are also there. Then seed and or pre-series A, there are VCs. So after seed or pre-series seed, this seed and pre-series A comes. So there are mainly VCs or HNIs or angels are there, or family offices are similar. So these people are there who invest in. So pre-series A, like for example, Sequoia Search, Water Bridge, Fast Forward, or Beyond Capital, or pre-series A, Upaya Social Venture also does. At seed stage, Upaya also does. So there are many investor, and there are angel network as well who also invest in pre-series A stage or the seed stage. So there are now these days almost all the cities or all the major cities have their own angel network. So Indian Angel Network, Mumbai Angel Network, Chennai Angel Network. So there is a network or there is a group of angels who do investment at this stage. Then funding stages, this graph will be helpful, that what kind of funding size is there, and how does it work. So at idea stage, mainly it is from the universities or the incubation centers, or uh, uh, or mainly it is in the form of grant. So at the idea stage, you have to develop the product, and then once anyone is satisfied, then it works. So that funding is very nominal. But once the idea stage is done, and you run your pilot or pre-revenue, then it counts when this family, friends, accelerator, seed, angel, these people invest. And the amount is somewhere around 25 lakh to 1 CR. This is in INR. And then early stage two is that pre-series A, where you have the mature product marketing fit, and everything is done, and you look for growth. Then this stage come, and then you go to a growth stage where you raise series B to series C, and then the late stage, which goes up to series D, E plus, and then IPO and all. So these are the funding stages, and it is not necessary that the amount would be the same, or the range is that. This is just the indicative range, and mainly the transactions happened in this round, or in this range only. Then this is how the history of the venture capital investment in India for last 4-5 years. So this is not updated data. This is the updated data till 2021, and how the funding, number of deals and amount of investment happened. So number of deals, though there was a dip in 2017 and 18, but it has always a growth trend in terms of amount. In 2020, though there was a dip, but in 2021, the growth was significant in terms of amount of investment, which has flows into startups in India. Then unicorn. So far in India, we have about 105 unicorns, and a company or a startup called unicorn when their valuation has reached 1 billion, 1 billion plus. So there are many unicorn, roughly about 105 unicorns are in India, and globally India has the fourth or fifth place in terms of number of unicorns. So a few example of the Indian startups which became unicorn are here. I won't take the name of this startups. It's anyway available. And one thing to observe here in this slide is that out of this unicorn, almost everyone is somewhere related to tech, and that's how it works. Because with the help of tech, you can grow faster. Yeah, India focused VC fund on the rise. So there are many VC funds, and and new funds are keep coming in. Till Jan it was 93, and I'm sure at this time it would be 100 plus VC funds in India, or VC funds who have focused to invest in India. So it will be more than 100 plus, and target size, the amount of they are having with them to invest in is almost 10K plus. It's a very it's a huge amount. Then driving factors. So what drive the VC or the investor to invest in a particular startup? One is the market trend, how the market trend is there, what kind of companies are coming in, and then potential to grow. So one thing is very common, that uh, where there is a potential to grow very fast, there are higher chances to get a higher or a larger amount of investment, or investment in a quick time. So, and with the help of tech, it is much easier. I'm not saying brick and mortar model cannot grow faster, but yeah, tech helps to grow fast. So that's one. And how the market or the landscape is changing. What is the need of the market? What kind of problem a startup is solving? How many companies are there? And if already there are many companies, how you are different from your competitor, or how you can beat the competition in your particular sector. So those are the like key factor a investor would look for. And second would be that what kind of talent you have. Though one company can have a good idea, good business model, everything would be good. But if they don't have a good talent, then it will struggle to raise the capital. Though it may raise initial capital, but at a growth stage, it will struggle if the entrepreneur is not able to show that potential. Or, they're not able to show that good potential or that kind of growth what VCs are expecting. Then it will definitely struggle to raise the next round of monies. So those are the two key factor. And basic fundamental is always there. What kind of unit economics you have, what kind of business you are doing in problem, and all this are there. But these are the two key trend which attract VC or where they are interested to see that how it would work. Then what has changed on the funding landscape? Yeah, earlier 10 year ago, 15 year ago, it was little challenging to raise the money or options were not that available. But right now, there are many options available. Even the ex-founders, now they become angel investor, or many people in the VC space, they have set up their own fund. So new fund came up, and then government schemes are coming in. There are mainly many government schemes are coming in terms of incubator or accelerator program, and government has also set up fund of fund which match the money to VC fund along with the VC fund, and then they invest in. And there are sector specific VCs which are coming up. So sometimes the businesses are there. So if I take an example of say social businesses, so in a social business, it may happen that you are not making a great margin or you are not going to grow as fast as compared to a commercial one, but you are creating a good impact on the livelihood of the bottom of pyramid, and there are investors who look for that. So for example, Upaya Social Venture, they look for the livelihood improvement of the bottom of pyramid. So if there is a potential and there is a good potential for improving the life of the bottom of pyramid by increase in income or giving the livelihood to this sector. However, on the business side, you are not showing exponential growth, but there is a very nominal growth. Still, Upaya Social Venture or similar kind of investor will invest in. For other example, there are investors who look for environmental impact. So if your business is not creating, generating good profit or not growing exponentially, but your business is creating some impact on environment. So there are investors who focus or who are concerned about the environmental thing. They will invest in your business. So those are there. They call this kind of investors called impact investor who look for an impact along with their investment. So there are many areas. So those are there, and yeah. Uh, We'll be happy to take the questions if anyone has any question.
Thank you so much, Amit sir. It's really very wonderful session. Actually, right now we have live audience. Actually, very limited I allowed for this meeting directly. So I have some questions because most of the audience are the students. So they have questions in their mind. First of all, they want they want to know about the basic definition of the angel investment and the about the venture capital also.
Yeah, good question. So the differentiation between venture capital and an angel investor is that angel investor is an individual person. So maybe a person, he can be a HNI or anyone who has money to invest in. So say, for example, I have some surplus money. Rather investing in share market or in fixed deposit, I want to invest in a startup.
In a startup.
In a startup.
Means a student come with some new idea, some new innovation, and some investors are there. Investors are some peoples are there who directly want to invest such innovation ideas, right, sir?
So he may be your professor. or
Okay.
he may be
And what is the means? At what stage they prefer to invest?
It's very early stage. They usually come, but I have seen people have come till pre-series A or series A. They do invest. So but mainly it happen at the idea stage, your validation stage, pre-seed or seed. At this time, you will see many angel investors.
There are so many angel investors that you have talk about in your session, in this session, that
Yes.
Mumbai Angel Network is there, Delhi Angel Network is there. So means that network consists of different peoples, right?
This is a group of people.
Group
So
of
they
people.
came together and form a group.
Okay.
It's a kind of association, I would say.
Association,
I should
right?
not say association, but it's a kind of group of people. They
Okay.
have formalized just to make it simple, or operationally it is make it easy to invest in. They form a group. So if one angel came to know about a good deal, it will be circulated to that group, and whoever is interested, they will do the investment. So
One
it's a
more
kind of
question
that.
is there. Yes, sir. One more question is there. How student can approach to those investors? Means the very less network they have, right? They
Yeah.
are in their academic duties. So means if suppose that one student has some novel idea, some new idea, तो वो किस तरीके से angel investor को approach कर सकता है? Is there any directory for that? Means we have to find out on the Google search or like that.
Yeah, so two things. So Google search, obviously, all the investors have their website, and they have their investment forms. So on their website, many people have.
Okay.
So you can just go to their website and fill out the form. That is the one way. Another one, this formula or this method, everyone follows. Many people follow this, and there is a dump of application all of these people have. So it may happen that you will not get the response, or you will get a very delayed response by the time your idea validation is done and everything would be done. So that is the one way. Another way is that if I am entrepreneur, how I would do is that I will apply on the website, as well as I will look for the people who are there in that network, or the relevant people on their website. I will go to LinkedIn and reach out to them. So that is another way. Many people do this, and people also appreciate this approach as well, because you directly get connected to someone who is working inside, and then you will get to know. This is the second method. Third method, there are many incubation program, many accelerator program, and many grant program, or many challenges. So you have to keep this like there are many sources to track it, that what kind of challenges are ongoing, what kind of programs are ongoing. So if you
Right.
keep participating in them, definitely you will get to know many people, because investors. So there is the basic fundamental thing is that you want the investment, they want to do the investment. The sync is not happening. So it is not that they don't want an investment. They don't want to invest. They want to invest. That's how they are looking for. And you want an investment. So if you have a good product, you have a good business model, definitely if you get to a right people, or if you are able to convince a guy, you will get the investment. Visibility thing is that if you're sitting in a remote area, you can use the Google, their website. You can approach people on the LinkedIn. You can look for what kind of challenges are ongoing. So Startup India website, they host many programmers.
Yes.
Through
I
that, you
go
will
through
get to
that
know
also.
that
Yes.
you will get to know that what kind of challenges are ongoing, what kind of programs are ongoing, so people can apply for that. Because
Actually, challenges, in my view, challenges are both the side for the investors also, and for those who want to investment actually, because investors also find which idea is suitable, means for which to invest or for which to reject, means so such type of these circumstances also created for the
and you get
investors,
good
right?
feedback actually. So that is not only the funding. So if you are going for 10, then you may get one, or you may not get anything. But the biggest thing, you will get a good feedback. So if you are
Good
going into
feedback.
one thing, one challenge, you will
Yes,
get a
sir.
good feedback out of it. And all the, not all, but IIMs also have this incubation center. So incubation, you get good networks actually. And there are government schemes where you also get the funding. So it's a state-wise thing. So that funding is also there, that flow through universities or their incubation centers.
One more question is there. Is there any difference between the angel investment and the seed funding, or the same thing?
So see, angel investment is an investment which is done by an angel.
Okay.
Seed funding is that your idea is done, and to
Okay.
start your business, someone has invested. So it
Okay.
can be angel or a VC. And one question I missed answering the difference between angels. So
And
I told
VC and
about
VC. Yes,
VC
yes.
is a VC is a venture capital.
Yeah. Venture
It's
capital.
a
Yes.
formal entity to make the investment, and each venture fund has a life. So usually, the life of a fund is between 10 to 15 or 20 years, but
Okay.
most commonly it is 10-year life. They are registered with the SEBI, and again there are many LPs to a particular fund. So they put money in that vehicle, which is called fund, and from that fund the investment happens.
Actually, these are very basic questions that the students came to know about all these things, and really very nice session. And the last question is, I'm asking to you that you are in Upaya. Upaya is the venture of Arthayan, or itself Arthayan is totally. I just
Yeah.
yes.
So both of us are different entity. So
Okay.
at Upaya, we don't have a registered fund, but we do investment from our own entity.
Okay.
Though our name is Upaya Social Ventures, but we don't have a fund. But we do direct investment, and our mandate is job creation for the bottom of pyramid. And Arthayan, they are facilitating this event, and we are just presenting this here.
Okay, okay,
For
that's
them.
very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
And
Thank you so much, Amit ji. Thank you so much for this. Is really very nice session, and definitely this question answer session definitely gives some of the new heights to the early entrepreneurs and actually the students who is listening this live session. And thank you so much, Urja Jhaveri madam, for connecting with us. As a whole from IIMT University, I'm really thankful to both of you. Thank you so much
thank
for
you.
giving your valuable time. Thank you.